Welcome to Toffee TV. There's the Everton News Daily. Has the Gabriel saga ended? Well, reports suggest that Everton have walked away or are preparing to walk away from the deal. It has been suggested that Everton have been trying to restructure a deal after seemingly agreeing a fee with Lille and a deal with the player back before obviously COVID struck. Everton unwilling now to pay the asking price. It seems that Napoli and Arsenal have met the asking price, but Everton aren't willing to. They do not value the player that high anymore and are prepared to walk away. It would mean that this whole saga has come to an end, which is probably for the best. If Everton don't think the player is worth it and other clubs do, then he's obviously going to go to those clubs and not to Everton. So we don't want this to be a drawn out saga and Everton can move on to their other targets, whether those other targets are centre backs or if it was just a case of Everton just really wanted this player. We'll have to wait and see, but it looks like it's going to be over, and it's going to be over without Everton being successful in signing the player. We'll wait and see what happens in the next 2 or 3 days. It's going to be an interesting one. The players are obviously back in training. They returned to training yesterday. We've seen some old familiar faces in there. Yannick Bolasie, Mo Besic, Lersel, and John Joe Kenny was back as well after his spell in Germany with Schalke. They were all back in pre-season training there. And obviously they were the only new additions without Everton bringing anyone in. So back in pre-season and looking forward to the game this Saturday against Blackpool, which is nice with the season not that far away, really. Di Marzio, the Italian transfer guru, other people have other names for him, has suggested on Sky Sports that Everton are after obviously Allen, we're aware of, Decore and Roma, right-sided player Forense, 29-year-old, would maybe a loan. Obviously, he could cover right back, could cover the right wing, but he suggested that Carlo Ancelotti is interested in the three players. Obviously, we're obviously aware of Allen's situation, Decore as well. There's been talk about Decore. Obviously, this is a player that Everton looked at last summer and were very tempted, although a £50 million price tag was not what the Everton board wanted to hear, and we never went any further with that. So it's going to be interesting. Obviously, fans getting a little bit impatient at the moment. They want to see that, obviously, that first player brought in and want it to be a centre midfielder. And we'll have to wait and see. The Allen situation, obviously, is very muddied. It might be a little bit less muddied this week though, because there was a suggestion last week that if Everton went in and paid what Napoli wanted for Allen, it would give Napoli the money to go and get Gabriel. Now, if we're out of the Gabriel situation, this might make Everton a little bit more willing to meet Napoli's valuation, or certainly get a lot closer to it if it means that we're not getting Gabriel anyway. In fact, I see it as a bonus. I think if we buy Allen and it means they buy Gabriel, it means Gabriel's not going to one of our rivals in Arsenal. So I think that's win-win. Whether that happens, we'll have to wait and see. Allen's also been linked with Borussia Dortmund and Atletico Madrid over the weekend as well. Whether that's Napoli just putting the feelers out there to try and encourage Everton to come back to the table, we'll have to wait and see. But listen, if Borussia Dortmund and Atletico Madrid want him, then he must be a good player. Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. Final bit of news. It looks like Ronald Koeman's going to be taking over at Barcelona as well. It looks like he's going to be getting the top job, which will come to the surprise of a lot of Evertonians. There you go. This has been the Everton News Daily. Let me know your thoughts in the comments and any of the stories I've spoken about today. Give this video a like. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you want more great videos, live videos, join us over on Patreon. The link is in the description. See you later.